Hello everyone, my name is Doodoonuts, and welcome back to another wonderful little episode in my wonderful little world known as Scribblejazz. And we are currently in my crow's nest. Let me turn on my GUI. Excuse me. Woo! Like 30 seconds into the video, I'm already moving a certain way. Let's kill this little spider. I'm sorry you have to be aggro, little one. I would not normally kill you. But we are back in another episode. A semi-finale, technically. This is the second to last episode of the series. And this episode's objective will just be tying up loose ends. Finishing up the pathway that's supposed to loop around here. Building the dock that's supposed to run alongside the ship. And one last thing that I haven't really planified. Not planified. I did plan, but I haven't really talked about, which I'll show you later in the episode. All of these builds will be very quick and simple, so we hopefully can get through all of them just in this episode. But obviously, last I left you, I was working on something. And work I did. Now let me show you my room, my captain's quarters first, because some things have changed. Not much, honestly. Everything is the same, except, I don't know if you guys can tell, there are two little streams of water now in the corners. They look nice, right? There used to be a little table with a map here. Kind of gave up on that because I wasn't about to get like a cool map. Like, how do I say? Like the maps I had on the little table were like not filled in, and they were just from like the area around here. So I didn't really have anything cool to display. Is basically what I'm saying. So I took that away. I had some lanterns here. Took that away. And added these cool things in the corner. I think it looks fine. Removed the lantern from here as well. So this looks a bit, toned down. It's still kind of crazy looking. Like, this is my chair. Like, this whole thing is just a chair. But without the lantern, it does look a little more normal. But what we were working on last episode wasn't my room. It was actually the inside of the ship, where we're standing above now. And I'd like to say that I have finished it. Just for a little bit of context, someone's missing over there. We never gave him a name, actually. I just realized. The little parakeet never got a name. Someone should give him a name. I don't have enough viewers, for like I don't think I get enough viewers that people will comment down a name. But there was a green parrot down there, and if you're watching and you so happen to think of a name, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what I should name him. He is missing, though. As you can tell, I did not mean to do that. I can dual wield bread. Okay, fucking awesome. Yeah, he's missing. And so I'll just leave that there. But this is what I worked on off screen, and it's done. It's basically done. As you can see, I've definitely added some stuff since last episode. I added all these lanterns on the roof, along with these little designs on the roof. I just thought they'd look kind of cool. The fountains, or whatever these streams you would want to call them, they're kind of the same. I did flatten it out, and I now have like flat water all throughout, because it was just like a bunch of streams here last episode. And this is like kind of the underpassage where you kind of, go through. And look at him, man. Look at this. Look at his little room. Look how cool. I decided to move him in here because, one, the pathway that is over there by the lighthouse, actually, if I wanted to continue it, it would go into his little area. Like, as in, I have to demolish his whole little area to continue the pathway. And so I had to move him. And I didn't know what to put in this area because I kind of made everything here. Here, let me go show off what's up here on the stairs. Nothing much. This is just empty here. I did add these slabs kind of to like, what is it? I kind of wanted to make this little section here feel like kind of a room. It's not a room, obviously, but it does feel a bit more secluded, I guess, like, from the main area. But yeah, it feels like a little area. I don't know how to say it. But then you go up here and I have all this stuff now. I finally have blast furnaces and smokers. I haven't done shit in them. I've been just using the old furnace and stuff, which they're no longer there. That's another difference that I forgot to mention, that in the room there is no longer the little crafting table furnace setup I had. Here's some more storage. The storage, I still have storage in my room. I didn't get rid of that because storage is just always needed. So I just added more chests here. These little 3 chests I think are cute. Look at them. Because usually it'd be a double and then a single, but I was like, fuck that. I want 3 single ones. Look at them. Isn't this funny? And I have stuff here too. I do have seeds. Maybe I can feed him. I tried feeding him earlier though. I don't think it works. I get lazy and I just kind of skip around here. But yeah, here's my bird. Hello, bird. You want these? Okay. Hey! Hi, man! No, it took me forever to get him on here. Okay. Okay. Alright. There you go. But yeah, that's about it for the inside of my boat, which means my boat is done. This is all it's gonna get, in terms of upgrades, in terms of you know, building within it. This is all it is. And I'm happy with how it turned out. I mean, for what it is, for what it's supposed to serve in the series, it's just supposed to be a nice little looking thing. And I think this is, you know, pretty fun. I did add like a little like area here so you can look out. It's a pretty cool view. Pretty cool view my parrot got, you know. But you can actually go up here, swim up this stream, you make it to my room. So that's pretty awesome. I really like how everything has turned out. I like how the boat has come along, and that's basically it for the boat. I mean, maybe some subtle things will change here and there in the coming episodes, but as for now, this is basically it. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and so, you know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to make the final episode. The final episode, the episode that's coming out after this one, it's just gonna be a tour of just everything I've built and whatnot, and just like a farewell to the channel as well. But that, you'll see that when that comes out. So enough talking about that. Let's continue with what the objective of the video is, which is just finishing up some things here and there. As you can see, I've come prepared. No, I didn't, because I don't have staircases. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna start from here anyways. Yeah. And this is what I meant. So if I wanted to continue the... shite. Okay, I'm gonna have to use some slabs for the... Or should I? Nah, man, I'm not gonna use slabs. I'm just gonna I am gonna use slabs, but I was gonna make them like double. Like I was gonna make them into normal blocks, but instead I think I'll just make it the slab itself. Like just this. It makes sense. It's floating on water, so it doesn't have to be a whole ass block. But this is what I was talking about with the parrot. Like the pathway goes into its little lantern. And so I just decided that I would just get rid of it all. But I never have tools, man. I always start up the video. I have all my blocks ready and whatnot and the ideas. I just never have the tools. That says a lot. Okay, I'm gonna just get the good shit out. Bring out the fine china. Where is it? There you go. This one. I guess the wooden axe, because I don't think I have a stone one. Oh, shovel. I know I have shovels. I did a whole lot of sand and gravel digging. Okay. But yeah, that'll be the objective of this episode. Will just be building little small things, you know, nothing major, nothing big. The lighthouse is done. The boat is done. You know, it's time. It's about time to leave. we're overstaying our welcome. How have you guys been? I'm pretty bad. You know, like I have this issue. I'm pretty bad at like social interaction. Like, just kind of like I think a lot of people are like that nowadays, just because like the pandemic. You know, like the pandemic kind of, if you had any sort of social ability, or if you're gaining any sort of social ability, and then the pandemic hit, goodbye, you know, goodbye to all that you learned. Because I feel like a lot of people, you know, once we return to normal, you know, public, how do I say, what basically once we exited the quarantine, you know, I feel like a lot of people returned with a lack of social skills. Not me, because I never had them to begin with. So I returned just normal. But a lot of people that used to be social, used to be good at like making friends or just sparking up conversation with strangers, a lot of those people just stopped. And so it just feels like, as in these last few years after COVID and whatnot, that social interactions have just become so much more scarce, or at least more uncommon, slash maybe people just don't want to do it as much. I don't know. It just feels like humans are talking less to each other, like at an all-time high. And what is it? So, maybe that's a factor, right? That the fact that just everyone is kind of socially a little less, capable. But I just am bad at conversation sometimes. I would say I'm pretty good at carrying conversation, like continuing the conversation, making sure, people are heard. I love making sure people are heard. Like when people speak their little hearts out, and someone responds with like oh yeah, that's cool, it breaks my heart, because like I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to like really be explaining something, and then for the person that's listening to you to just respond with like a very like quick and very like how do I say, just like a response that you can tell could work for anything, like a response that you could use for like someone telling you that they're I don't know, I've lost myself. But essentially an uninterested response is what I'm trying to say, like it's just like it's they're acknowledging what you've said, but they have nothing else to add to it, and or just didn't listen good enough to add anything to. And I hate that. I don't like when that happens. And when I see it happen to people in like group settings, I'm always there. I'm always like, hey, I heard what you said. Like, well, like, you explain it to me, tell it to me. And I love learning. Like, so, like, that's just a principle of mine. I just, like, not even a principle. That's just how my brain is wired. Like, I love learning. Like, learning is fun as hell. Especially when it comes from real life people that are right in front of you physically. Because then you can really see, like, how they're speaking. You can see, their mannerisms with each word. You can see how passionate they are about what they're speaking of. And it's just so fun to learn that way. And so, whenever someone is speaking their little heart out and, they're not getting the best responses, I'm always there. I'm always there to give them that good response, to ask questions about what they're talking about, to learn about it, to be really interested in it. And so when it comes to just pure conversation, I'm all right at it, I'm not bad. But when it comes to initiating and responding, that's where I suck. And what I mean by responding, I don't mean responding like within a conversation that is happening. I mean responding to someone that's just out of the blue, like, talk to you in public, i.e. like you're at some sort of like convenience store and you're buying a drink, right? And the cashier lady goes, "Oh, how's it going? How's your day been?" That is where I fuck up, because I just never know. Like after the fact, I'll always know what to say, right? I'll always be like, "Oh, damn, I should have just said, oh, my day's going just fine. How's yours?" But then my in the moment, I can't think that fast, and so I usually whatever I say, I'll probably say it kind of quiet, and then two, it might not make sense. Like it might be like a concoction of words that just doesn't make sense, and or just barely make sense. And that's kind of how it is to interact with me in a social setting when I don't know you. Obviously, if I know you, slash if I'm getting to know you, like as in like we've been talking, like we've talked and we're already like pals or chums, or like we are starting to see each other as pal or chums or whatever, like at that point, then yeah, I don't care, right? If it's not like a shocking random thing while in public, then I'll be fine. I'll be able to respond. I'll be able to think of what to say. But it's just specifically when it's just random and it's in public, I never know what to say. And I don't know where this stemmed from, but one of the biggest fucking sins I guess I do that has to do with social interaction is I always forget to return the favor. And what I mean by that is like people will tell me, will say, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, "Hey, like I heard you're into this type of music? Hey, like what you know, like is this true? Slash like, oh, what would you recommend? Like whatever, you know, people will just talk to you, right? Obviously, it's life. Right? And I'll answer XYZ question they ask, but I'll never ask it back. And usually that's how, you know, conversations start. Slash that's how you make a situation or an instance. That's how you make it friendly feeling. That's how you make it like good feeling. Like, oh, you know, we both got to ask questions. We both, you know, learned a little bit about each other. This is a nice interaction. But I often almost, and it maybe not often, I almost always forget to ask the person. But it's not that I'm not interested, you know, in what they have to say. It's just that. Also, what am I looking for? I've completed the fucking pathway already. Oh, I need staircases and ladders. Okay. Are the staircases? Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say like, do I continue the pattern? But no, the staircase is just all stone. It'd be cool, but nah. Nah. God, I just realized I've been yapping about fucking speaking this entire time. But yeah, no, it's just something that I've noticed about myself, that I'd never ask the question back. And I hope, like, the thing is I'm scared that it's coming off as like egotistical. Like, you know, I answer a lot of questions and I don't ask a lot of questions, and that makes me feel so egotistical. Egotistical. That makes me feel so fucking so egotistical. Man, that makes me feel like such a bird of prey with a long wingspan that can carry deers and shit. Have y'all ever seen that? Like a picture of like an eagle carrying a deer? I don't know how real that is, but it's crazy. Oh wait, where did I put? Didn't I have a crafting table? Oh, it's up there. Yeah, it makes me feel egotistical because I'm just talking about myself and not learning about the person in front of me. And so, I don't know. It's just something that I have to get better at. I'm not sure what sparked this. I think I just started speaking about this just out of the blue, but it's something that I was noticing today, I guess. Because, you know, at where I work, like people come and go. Like, as in, like, customers, you know, workers from other locations often stop by. So like I'm talking a lot, right? Like a whole lot to a whole cast of like different types of people. And I just started I just started like realizing that like I don't ask questions to anyone out of the blue, yet they ask questions to me out of the blue. And it's like, well, duh, that's just what social interaction is. And I don't know if it's maybe the way I was raised, or I don't know. I really don't know. I've just always kind of been like this, very quiet, reserved. But I think a lot of people, like I said, post-pandemic, I think a lot of people have just become this archetype of human. Like, it's just, yeah, we'd rather not speak, but we can still be crazy with the people we love. You know, we might be reserved in public, but in private, we can get real fun. Like, that type of person, I feel... wait, let me think. Is that okay? Okay. I'm just gonna put these here and pray. And so obviously, you know, I've already uploaded and released the episode before this one, and I was like, upon editing, I realized how little I speak when I'm like focusing on building, which is, you know, obviously that's just always been a thing, right? But like, in the last episode, it truly was like a fucking ordeal, bro. Like I kept pausing and staying quiet and like just like rambling to myself about like measurements and shit. Like it really, oh my God, I think I've already finished this then. The video's on track, y'all. But yeah, I noticed how like little I speak during building, and I need to get better at that. But to be fair, I'm probably not going to record this game in a long time. As in, sorry, another burp. Didn't we start off the video with a burp? Like I said, bro, like not even 30 seconds in and I was already moving different. But yeah, once I record the finale of this series, you know, and then I move on to, you know, a new XYZ channel, whatever it may be, I don't think I'm gonna record Minecraft for fucking ages, man. Like truly, like the next channel I make, it's gonna, which I will let you guys know about it. Like I will make it so you could, or I'll put the name / link of that new channel somewhere on my channel at some point. I don't think I want to directly just like, you know, make an end card with like the channel, the new channel on it. Because for some reason, I don't know. I weirdly want to just start new. Like even, you know, quote unquote start new. It's not like I'm going to carry much over if I did connect this channel and the other one, you know. But it's still, you know, you'll be able to find my new channel if you really look for it, is all I'll say. We're almost, yeah. The dock, this build, the dock was always just going to be the easier one. Oh, but how do I connect? I could connect it from here, or I might just connect it from there, just for the sake of easiness. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to start a whole new journey on YouTube, you know, after this one, because I've really enjoyed my time on this channel. It's been fun. I've learned a lot. I think I've really come into my the beginning of that sentence is a little naughty sounding, but I wanted to say, like, I feel like I've come into my own, like, as in, like, I've really started speaking like myself, you know, treating the microphone just like a human, just speaking whatever I want endlessly. And I like that. I like that I'm becoming very comfortable with commentary and whatnot. Shit, man. This is a long pier. But you know what's one thing I haven't become comfortable with? Is killing fucking spotted lanternflies. If you live in America, and I'd assume it'd be like maybe like the East Coast, south, like maybe southern east, maybe a bit of like the mid countries, like in the middle, like maybe mid-east. Is mid-east a thing in America? What is Midwest is definitely a thing that people use to describe certain states, but mid-east, is that a thing? I don't think so. But as I was saying, there's these bugs that have been invading. They have been. I was about to speak of them as if they're recent, but technically they've been around for ages. Like, when I say ages, I mean years. Like, these bugs have been here a while, the spotted lanternfly. But the thing is that they've never been this prevalent, you know, as they are now. Or at least I've never seen them like that before this year. And they're fucking everywhere. Like, they're everywhere. There is not one place you can go during the day that won't have a fucking shit ton of spotted lanternflies. I need to stop cussing so much. And they're crazy. And everywhere you go, any person you meet, it could be your boss, it could be your friend, it could be your girlfriend, your parent, your boyfriend, your grandma, whatever it is, they will all tell you the same thing. You gotta kill them. You have to stomp them. You have to get rid of them. They're invasive. It's good to kill them. And that's true. It's just true. You just simply put, you have to kill these things because they are invasive. And honestly, I keep seeing a lot of like articles and videos that kind of just are almost essentially saying that it's too late. Like, even if we all collectively just became fucking lantern bug terminators that were just experts at eliminating all the lantern bugs in like a mile vicinity of our homes, like, even if that happened, they would still be too much. Like, it wouldn't be enough to like completely get rid of them. That's how bad it's gotten. And essentially, well, let me think. I need to think about the build real quick. 4? Every 4 would be fine. Okay. But essentially, everyone will tell you that. Everyone will tell you you have to kill them. Here's the thing. I fucking can't do it, man. I just can't. I try. I have a weird thing where with animals, first off, where it's hard for me to like see any sort of animal like in pain or just like struggling. I hate it. I hate it a lot. I hate it so much. And ooh, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Cool. It's hard, right? And I'm not vegetarian or vegan, right? So it's just really like a fucking like a proximity. Like I'm eating burgers, I'm eating steaks, I'm eating fucking ground beef with potatoes and rice. You know, I'm eating all that shit. That shit is delicious, right? But I like even that. Then like I still care so much for the animals, you know, that I can see, that I come across in my day to day. You know, I'm sure if I sat down and watched one of those like documentaries about butcher houses and how crazily like, you know, torturous and industrial it is, like I'm sure maybe that would be enough to make me vegan. I don't know, maybe, or vegetarian. I don't know. But as for animals that I come across in real life, which would be like, you know, like raccoons or foxes or geese or squirrels, rabbits, you know, chipmunk. I haven't seen chipmunks in ages. Huh. I used to see them all the time in my. I used to live in this neighborhood, the same neighborhood that I mentioned earlier, where I not earlier, but in the last episode, one of the last episodes. I mentioned I live in a neighborhood and that there's like I had rich friends that lived in that same neighborhood. And this is that neighborhood that had a load of chipmunks, like a bunch of chipmunks that they would pop out a hole in one person's lawn, and then they'll just hide and then pop out another hole on some other person's lawn. Like these fuckers had a whole subway system. Like it was kind of crazy, really. And what was I gonna say? What was I gonna make? Wood. Oh shit, I don't have any. All right, let me go to the boat. Actually, I should have just gone there because mind me. Yeah, chipmunks are cool. But no, there's a whole lot of animals that I come across, especially since I take walks at night, and animals love being out at night. I see a whole lot of frogs. Love frogs. But when I see animals in pain or struggling, it does something so, and it does that to every human, right? Humans don't like seeing things in pain, things that are alive, especially things that are smaller than us, because our little monkey brains just tell us that it's a baby when it's small, you know? And so as you can probably piece together, it's hard for me to kill lantern bugs because of that. I can't, like, I want to. I know I have to. I just can't, though. Like, it's very hard for me. I just realized... Wait. Hold on. Oh, what the I forgot! I've been using the materials for this shit on this. Oh, man. I have so much wood here. What the hell? Alright, okay. I forgot. I didn't even check this chest at all. Well, that makes things easier. No, but yeah, it's very hard for me to kill lantern bugs. And so I've been, you know, at my job, like I'll flick them around and but you have to understand, man. Lantern bugs are fucking awesome, okay? Like straight up, they have like these cute little funny orange, like bright orange eyes, man, that make them look so expressive. And then they have like this little red. So for the longest time, I didn't even know what they were called. I used to just call them rocket bugs because one, they had little red things on like their wings. And so when their wings are like, how do you say, sheathed, I guess? I don't know. When their wings are beside their body, it looks like they have little red butts. And so it's like, oh, you know, it's like the bottom of a rocket ship, how it's like fire, right? But obviously that's not the only connection, because these bugs have such a funny way of traveling around the area, which they basically have these long ass legs, right? Like they're long, like they're damn near 40% leg, very, very long, very bendy legs. And what they do is that they'll position themselves in XYZ area, and they'll just launch. Like, I mean launch. They can jump, like grasshopper level of like, they can jump, you know? And what they'll do is they'll jump at a really high height, and then just, once they're at the apex, just deploy their wings and start gliding down. They'll flap their wings, but they won't fly fully. Now, I feel like I've seen a few kind of fly, you know? But for the most part, I just see them kind of jump high, really high up and then glide down. And so it's just, they're so funny in how they work. And that's why I call them rocket bugs, because they got a little red butt and they jump real high, just like a rocket, you know? And so it's just really hard. They're so character filled and they're so funny and cool. And they like land on you. They're so like fearless. Like they will jump onto your shirt and then jump off your shirt onto another thing. Like they're cool, man. They're straight up cool. I believe. Where are they from? Are they from Korea? Or no? Are they from Japan? I believe they're from Japan and they've invaded Korea as well as like other Pacific Asian countries. But is Korea a Pacific Asian country? I don't know. But what is it? They're cool, man, and it's hard to kill them. Like one, I think they're cool, and two, it's just really hard for me to kill insects as is, except for flies, kind of. But literally today, when I came back home from work, I obviously, you know, what I usually do, like, I'll be honest, I'll walk into my room, shut my door, right, shut the world out. Oh, I came here to sleep. And then I'll just take off my fucking, my top, my bottoms, right? Like my pants, my fucking shirt, whatever. And I'll just fucking plant myself into my bed, just in my boxers, you know, just chilling. Cause I gotta decompress. I gotta cool down, you know? It's like a car engine. You can't let that you gotta let that shit cool down. But, I laid down and I was just chilling and I noticed a fly on my wall, and it's a fly that's been around for fucking it's been like maybe not 2 days, maybe like 3 or 4 days with this fly around, and it's driving me insane, right? And I'm not gonna lie, you know how I talked about the fucking lanternfly terminator? I'm a bit of a fly terminator, right? Because I go crazy. Like I don't use fly swatters. I don't use spray. I use shirts. All right. If you ever want to kill a fly, use a shirt. Okay. But what you're gonna do with the shirt is you're not gonna swing at the fly. You're gonna swing at the fly and swing, and then swing, and then after the swing, you swing and you swing, and then you swing and you swing. Right. That's kind of the vibe. You swing at the fly with your shirt, but you don't stop. It's not you. There's a full motion of you just swinging and then just spinning the shirt in like a circle. Like imagine if you're trying to make a sphere, but with the shirt, if that makes sense. And that's what I do, because what flies do is they will fly away and dodge, yes, but they won't fly away fully. They'll be around in the area when they dodge something. And so when you swing at a fly and you just start like, you know, you just start shaking and flaunting the shirt around like violently, randomly, sporadically, it'll eventually hit the fly, because the fly isn't about to fly across the entire room to dodge your shit. It's only going to fly a couple inches. And so that's what I do. That's how I became the fly terminator. That's how my name in the fly community has become so known and recognized, because they know once they come into my room, it is no longer their world. Shit. Okay, I think I don't have enough logs. I don't know why I'm looking through all of these. I know which ones have. I could use jungle. Oh my god, man. Fucking thank god. Okay. Here we go. Just mining away. Well, yeah, that was my little rant on lanternflies. It's not a rant. It's more of like a fucking, like a confession. Because everyone tells me to kill them. My girlfriend tells me to kill them, you know. And I always tell her, like, I can't, man. Like, I want to, but I can't. And she's just like, you have to. You have to. Like, it's for the greater good. Which, greater good of who, man? Fucking humans. I hate humans. I'm not lying. I damn near, like, a lot. One of my bigger struggles in killing the lanternflies was just like the fact that the only reason they're here to begin with is because of humans. Because of like, I think it's like exports. Like I think it's like limestone or something. Like ships that are transporting fucking stones and rocks. The lantern bugs, or you know, I guess are just on that shit. I guess they just love rocks and stuff. And so when the big ships come from Japan or wherever they come from all the way to America, the lanternflies are essentially just getting a free little Uber across the fucking Pacific. And that's the only reason why they're here. Like, otherwise they would have never gone here at all. And that's what really, like, that I hate that. Like, I hate the fact that, like, these lanternflies are dying and we're killing them, and we're like gassing each other up about killing them. And the only reason why we're allowed to do this is because of us. Like, we're the ones that brought them here. We're the ones that are killing them and massacring them. And I don't know. Obviously, it's not that deep, right? Like, if you really like humans, you know, all of you are humans, so obviously. And I'm human too. No! That was a close one, man. You're safe now. That's probably gonna happen a whole lot with this fucking platform. But yeah, no, I understand. It's gonna suck for us if we don't kill them. Even though I keep hearing that it's futile to kill them because they're here to stay at this point. Yeah. Okay. I have to end the episode soon, but I will show you guys what I had in store, you know, if we did get to it, which we didn't, unfortunately. I'm not gonna do what I'm about to show you guys, but you guys will get to see it in the next episode. That'll be fun. It'll be something that you guys haven't seen me build, and it'll be a whole complete surprise for you guys for the finale. But here, I kind of mined down some trees, made it like a little circle here. This looks pretty cool with the sunbeams coming down. But I made a little circle here. Not, you know, this is just temporary, obviously. This isn't gonna stay. But I wanted to make a fountain, and as you can see, I made some mossy stone. I realized that I kind of went crazy. I got shears, because obviously I had to put leaves in the little parrot thing I made in my ship. And so I got shears, and I forgot that with shears you can also get vines, and so, you know, mossy stuff. And that's going to look nice here. That's going to look real nice here, honestly. Unfortunately, we didn't get to it in this episode. I took too long fucking talking. I spoke about 2 topics, and that's it. And it's almost 40 minutes. That's really interesting, honestly. I don't think I've ever had an episode like that. Like, usually I talk about like 4 or 5 different topics. This time around I spoke about fucking 2, and that's it. And that filled a whole fucking 40 minutes. But what we did today was not bad. You know, we got this path finally done, which has been on the bucket list since the beginning of the series. And it looks nice. I mean, it's just a path, so, you know, it's not like the most grandiose thing, but it's still great. I'm happy that it's here. We made the pier. That's awesome. We still need to make a way to get up to the boat. It'll just probably be a ladder. But we made the pier. We got to connect this pathway to the pier. But besides that, I think the whole area around here, just as a whole, is coming along real nicely. And so I'm really excited for the finale. So just remember, next time you see me and next time you see this world, it'll be the last time you see it on this channel. Maybe not forever. You know, maybe I'll revisit Scroogle Juzz and Another Life in another channel. But for now, it'll be the end of the series next episode. So if you have enjoyed this video, hopefully you tune in for the next one, because it'll probably be a fun one. Wherever you are right now, you know, in the universe, wherever your position may be set, I hope you're happy. I hope you are working hard on yourself, and I hope you're happy with yourself as well, you know. Remember, the pain of regret, right, sucks a lot, but the pain of discipline ain't too bad, you know. The pain of working towards something, because everything sucks, newsflash. Life is just kind of hard. But yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But with that being said, that'll be all. See ya.